curiosity becomes dangerous. Imagine a world where Rome never burned. No collapse, no barbarians, no dark ages. The legions still march, the eagles still fly, and the empire never dies. This is the story of that world, a civilization that conquered time itself. Prologue. The fall that never came in our history, the Roman Empire fell in 476 AD. The Eternal City cracked under its own weight, corruption, invasion, plague. Its collapse plunged Europe into darkness for 1,000 years. But in this alternate history, one emperor changes everything. In 395 AD, Emperor Theodosius reforms the empire, unites the East and West, and ends civil war. He abolishes slavery, replaces tribute with trade, and transforms the legions into builders instead of conquerors. The world wakes up under the banners of peace. Rome survives, and history never ends. Century 5, the age of iron and steam. Without the fall of Rome, the Dark Ages never arrive. Knowledge flows freely through the empire's universities. The works of Archimedes, Galen, and Aristotle are copied, studied, expanded. Roman engineers rediscover steam power by the year 600. By 800, the empire builds iron locomotives, steam chariots, racing across marble roads. Every province connects through massive ether lines carrying both energy and information. They invent a primitive telegraph centuries early, calling it the voice of Mercury. And the Pax Romana, once a fragile dream, becomes a planetary reality. Century 10. The empire of machines. By the medieval era, Rome has evolved into the first industrial civilization. They forge massive machines powered by volcanic steam from Etna and Vesuvius. Factories hum beneath the Colosseum, repurposed as a power station. The aqueducts now carry electricity instead of water, liquid fire that lights up entire cities. The empire's motto changes from conquest of land to conquest of matter. Religion too evolves. The old gods merge with philosophy. Jupiter becomes the symbol of energy, Minerva of knowledge. Science is sacred and ignorance is sin. Rome becomes a church of invention. Century 13, the age of expansion. By 1200 AD, while our world struggles with crusades, theirs reaches for the stars. The Roman Space Authority, Imperium Caeli, launches the first solar craft. They call it Sol Invictus. It sails on sunlight, a golden disk rising from the sea. When it leaves the atmosphere, senators weep. Rome becomes the first civilization to see Earth from above. The empire expands beyond continents, its borders now drawn between planets. And its maps? No longer of oceans and mountains, but of orbits and moons. Century 17. The age of unity. As centuries pass, the empire transforms from conquest to cooperation. The Senate of Earth replaces the ancient republic. Every human is a citizen, African, Asian, European alike. Languages blend into a single tongue, Latina Nova. With global unity, humanity avoids the bloodiest parts of our real history. No world wars, no nuclear arms race, no Holocaust. Because technology, once born of greed, now grows from purpose. By 1700, they master genetics, weather control, and planetary engineering. The gods of myth have returned, but this time they wear togas of light. Century 21. The Empire Among the Stars. The Roman Empire celebrates its 2500th anniversary, not as a relic, but as a galactic civilization. They terraform Mars with mirrored satellites and algae domes. Venus becomes a world of floating cities suspended above the clouds. They build orbital rings around Earth, glimmering like halos. The legions no longer march on sand, they march in space. Each soldier carries armor of living metal that responds to thought. They call themselves Custodes Terrae, guardians of Earth. The Emperor is no longer a man but a council of AIs, fused with the collective memory of every citizen. Century 25, the Empire Eternal. 1,000 years pass. Humanity no longer remembers a time before the Empire. Every city is connected through the Ethereum grid, a web of light pulsing with knowledge. Death has become optional. The mind can be uploaded into the great archive beneath the Forum of Stars. Children study history not as tragedy, but as simulation. They visit holographic recreations of wars that never happened, just to feel what chaos was like. The Empire has achieved what all others failed to do: perfection. But perfection, like peace, is fragile. Century 30, the last rebellion, eventually something stirs. A movement rises among the young. They call themselves the Barbarians of Thought. Their rebellion isn't fought with swords, but with questions. They accuse the Empire of killing curiosity. They ask, if we already know everything, what's left to live for? They begin to sabotage the Ethereum grid. Destroy data. Burn archives. Create chaos on purpose. The Empire fights back, not with armies, but with silence. They erase the rebels' memories, wipe their existence from history. But one thought escapes, hidden inside a single simulation. This simulation, ours. Epilogue. The irony. Maybe we are living inside the Roman simulation. A backup of the world that never fell. Maybe every time we build an empire and lose it, we're just running another test. Another way for Rome to see how long curiosity can survive. Because that's the one thing no empire can conquer. Not time. Not death. Not even truth. So what if the Roman Empire never fell? Maybe it didn't. Maybe we're living in its dream. And if you don't want your curiosity to collapse, hit like and subscribe, because even empires of thought need loyal citizens.